Cam Radio, it's your boy Tony G, Big Lou, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in to the Sports Book on KM Radio. I want to thank everyone at the KM Radio family that makes it all possible for us. Appreciate everybody. Lots of news. Kenny Pickett, torn ACL, going to be out for the whole season. So this gives Shakur and their third round pick an opportunity to see. I mean, they know what Joe Flacco can do because they got four quarterbacks. Right. So I mean, I think you just kind of sit Joe and see if any of the rookies if anyone can step up to the plate. Joe's been pretty serviceable. He brought them to the playoffs. They, like I said, they got a really good defense. They just need someone just not to lose the game on the offensive side. Really, I mean that's all they really need. And like I said, Kenny Pickett being out, he's going to be out for the whole year. What they're saying. And like I said, this is opportunity for Shakur to step up and see. I mean, it's a good. That's what we always say about the injuries. Everybody. It's like, they're got good odds to win the division. Then all of a sudden ACL, and all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe.
Right. That's all it takes is one tweak, and your whole season changes.
Yeah, the whole season can change. And you look at that division; it's a tough division. Baltimore, the Bengals. You got Pittsburgh. Yeah. And we don't know what Pittsburgh's going to do just yet. It'll be. I always say it'll be interesting to see, and I think it will be with Rodgers. And they always have a good team. But it always seems like with Pittsburgh, they'll have a good winning season, and then when they start playing different teams with winning records, it doesn't seem to hold up. It's been their MO for the last 5 years, and I'm sure Tomlin's trying to win a couple games in the playoffs to see what's try to move forward instead of having that stigma of, you can win 13 games, but you're going to get knocked out in the first.
But you don't want that but behind behind your resume. And I think this season is going to measure. It's probably going to measure how long he stays. But we know Pittsburgh is not a team that gets rid of their coaches.
Correct.
But it's time for them to get back into the playoff picture. We understand that they have a tough division to play in, but if you really look at it, all the teams have tough divisions that they have to play in. So
that's true.
He has to get in the playoffs, I think, to extend his career, longer into the future with their new quarterbacks in and the direction that the team is going in. I think he has to make a statement this season, even though they do have Aaron Rodgers for 1 year.
Correct. And I think like you said, Pittsburgh doesn't get rid of head coaches. They've only had 3 or 4, right? Chuck Knowles,
Chuck Knowles.
And everyone's won a Super Bowl. So, and they have 6. They have 6 Super Bowls, which ties them with Pittsburgh, which ties them with New England for the most. Then you have Dallas. I think San Francisco's got 4. Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati. Kansas City's got 3. Oakland's got 3. Goes down.
3.
Yeah, the Giants got 3. Washington's got 2. I think Philly's got 2. Washington, I think, has 3. So yeah, it's like opening day. You got the Ravens in Buffalo. There's two key games opening day. The Ravens in Buffalo, and then you have the Cowboys and the Eagles. Um, and I like the Eagles. How could you not like the Eagles all day long on that? I mean, I
Exactly.
understand that. Yeah,
Right.
Dallas has made some improvements, but Philly definitely showed they were dominant, especially in conference play. You just have to wait to see where the spread actually comes down to a week before or a few days before. There's a lot of good. I mean, there's a lot of good matchups on day one. Anything good going on with the Saints? Any pickups?
Um,
Any?
right now with the Saints, it's been pretty quiet with the Saints here lately. They are going with they're going with their draft pick. He's been getting most of the reps. They haven't reported anything about that three-team trade that I talked about a few episodes ago about Honey Badger going to Buffalo and Kirk Cousins coming to the Saints with the tight end from Buffalo going to Atlanta.
Right.
There hasn't been any talks about that yet. But really all the talk has been in Dallas. Guyton has a knee injury, their left tackle. He has a torn anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee. It happened during practice, and he's going to be looking at a uh 4 to 6 week recovery. He suffered a bone. Oh, that was a 4 to 6 week recovery when he suffered a bone fracture in his and is not going to require surgery. But the big noise is the Michael Parsons sign. He hasn't been
Right.
signed yet, and Jerry has been sounding off, and I just don't understand. I don't understand the how this plays out for the team, especially when that's one of your best players. So how does that work out if he came to camp, you know, but now if he now that he reported to camp, if he doesn't show up now, it goes against him instead of him having just not showing up altogether. Now he can get
Right.
penalized more money because he showed up. So but that's just a back and forth. He said in the news that he's done with Dallas, but that's just how he feels because he hasn't got a contract done yet. And Jerry's rebuttal was, well, I paid one of my players before a big contract and he got hurt. His name's Dak Prescott, starting quarterback.
Right. Right.
So it feels like that Jerry's done. Feel like Jerry's done with that, with this makeup of the team, and he's ready to move forward. Is what it sounds like to me. Because no one of these players are giving you any discounts, especially when all of the other middle linebackers have made so much money. You know
Correct.
you know what the bar is, but this is how you do business. You pay them late, and you go for the headlines.
The thing that I don't understand with Dallas is everyone says they want to win there,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe I'm not saying that Dak shouldn't have got all his money or whatever, but we have seen in the past where people will go, okay, let's work together. What all do we need to win a championship? Pay me this, or let's work this out. Sign him to just like back in the day when the Cowboys and uh not Dor when basically they said, hey, we got to have Moose. Let's rework
Right.
some stuff. We got to have Moose. You got players that are going to management going, okay, this is what we
Mhm.
need to do. If we're going to win another one, we got to have this guy. And this guy is, so what can we do? and they worked as a team, collectively, and they signed Moose. You know what I mean? And Moose was a factor. Moose will probably never make it in the Hall of Fame,
Mm-hmm.
but what he did for the Cowboys couldn't have happened.
Major factor. Major
Major
factor.
factor. I mean,
Emmitt
they even
Smith wouldn't
said,
be the running back he is without the blocking from Moose.
and Emmett said it. You know, Emmett's never been
Yeah.
shy about it. Like he said, without
Mm-mm.
that lead block, it was a total game changer. He was, that position really isn't played much anymore. They've been
Right.
bringing it back a little bit, but that fullback position, that leading block, it was a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
But and so what I'm getting at is, it just seems like the Cowboys are a little disconnect when to me it's
Yeah.
like last year, and I'm not going to put it all on Dak. Um, because Jerry should have said the same thing. Hey, come on, let's have a meeting. Man, I really
Mm-hmm.
want to pay you, or let's get the lawyers involved. We got to pay you. I think you're one of the best. But what else can
Right.
we do? Well, how can we be creative? And I got to sign Parsons, and we need a couple other little pieces. How can we work this? Make it to where Parsons deal like, look, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a run for a Super Bowl. We know we got to pay you. We already know
Right.
that. We know it needs to be high. But if we can save 10 million here, 10, just like Dak, they could have saved 10 to 14 million dollars if they would have signed him earlier. That's all they had to
Right.
do was just get on the ball, not wait to the
Get him
last
out of the
minute,
way.
get him
Right.
out of the way. And I feel like Dak would have signed that, hey, we're trying to win a championship. The feeling that I get in Dallas is it's me, 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 me. And so
Mm-hmm.
far, it hasn't worked. And I know a lot of people, they go, oh, you're not I'm not I'm a football fan. Maybe I'm not
Right.
necessarily, but I like players on the Cowboys. I just, maybe not necessarily as a collective. I'm not the biggest Cowboy fan. I mean,
Right.
everything they do is on spotlight. Is that fair? It may not be fair, but when you're classified as America's team, the
Yeah.
echelon of the echelon, everything you do is going to be scrutinized. Same thing with the Yankees. Same thing, I mean, the same
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of teams. Everybody's
Yeah.
watching what you do, um, and you put the target. And I ain't going to blame them. The media puts the target on the Cowboys every year, because every
Mm-hmm.
year for the last 5 years they've been picking them to win it all, and they haven't.
Yeah.
They haven't been
They haven't shown us
close.
anything. They
Yeah,
haven't
they
shown
haven't.
us that they could win.
Yeah, I mean, they'll win a bunch of games during the season, but they haven't showed anything to go, oh, they're a threat. They're going to go deep into the playoffs. So I don't know. Dallas has just got its own agenda. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I would have signed Parsons earlier, maybe saved 10 million to move some other pieces around. Um, because if they do sign him, or when they do sign him, he's going to be the highest paid defensive player in the league. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but the problem with him, people are like, well, there's other teams that want him. There is, but the other teams that are really winning, they're structured really different. They may not
Yeah.
have enough to pay somebody $40 million a year, a defensive player. They may have 20.
Right.
Um, and I get it, he's trying to get paid. But at the same time, there's something to be said about, if you're trying to get paid, get paid. But chances
Right.
are you're probably not going to win a Super Bowl. I mean, it's just
Mm-hmm.
part of the deal. I mean, Philly looks to everybody. So they'll let you know
Yeah.
that they're on board trying to win another Super Bowl. Um, and you got a lot of, we got the Ravens, you got Buffalo, you got, and I don't even want to write off Cleveland. I don't want to write them off. But a lot of
Right.
people making a lot of Cincinnati. I meant Cincinnati. Um, but a lot of people made a lot of noise. I mean, I'll give Cincinnati this. They spent the money on the wide receivers. There's no
Yes, they
doubt.
did.
He's got some weapons. Now he may not have anyone to block for him, but he does have he
Right.
does he definitely has some weapons. And there, like I said, there's a lot of, I mean, you got Philly coming back, you got Detroit coming back, um, you got the Rams coming back. Well coached. We talked about it last year. Well
Mm-hmm.
coached team, just very well coached. They don't make a lot of stupid mistakes. Um, so there's a lot of, I'm sure there's going to be a surprise, but at the end of the day, and San Fran's another dark horse that I don't know what's going to happen. Can McCaffrey stay healthy? Can they put it all together?
Yeah. Uh, and it kind of feels like I'm not going to ride San Francisco off yet, but it just feels like to me that they've crest. In other words, because you got aging players and you've got players coming off of injury.
Yeah,
So are they going to be as effective as they were the last couple of years? Um, there are a lot of teams in the NFC that have caught up to San Francisco talent wise. Now, I'm not going to
yeah,
say that I'm not going to say that they're better. I'm just going to say that they caught up talent wise because you still have, Mike Shanahan over there as your coach. Well, not Mike Shanahan, but you
the
have
kid.
Shanahan
Yeah,
as your coach. Yeah. So Kyle.
Kyle
So if
Shanahan. Yeah,
so if you still got Kyle that's running the team, you've got your defensive coach back from New York. So your defense is going to be a little better with him coaching. And but they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do because Seattle in their division, they got Seattle and Los Angeles that's right on their tail.
yeah.
And then you got the Arizona Cardinals that are making their way back, but I still feel like they got a couple of seasons to go before they become a threat in the NFC West. But they
And what's
still have to
funny is
contend
you say that, right? A couple more seasons. A couple more seasons. He's going to be in his 10th year.
if he's still there.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're putting it
10
together. It
years.
seems like,
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like it's been going on a while. At some point, I mean, you would think they're like, hey, this isn't working. But I agree with you, San Fran, Seattle, and you got the Rams. And then and what about Detroit? Can their style of
Absolutely.
play, can their style of play last year they burst onto the scenes. They have they play football at a unbelievable intensity, and Dan
Mhm.
Campbell is not backing down.
Yeah.
And I enjoy his style of football, but is his style of football for 17 games or 18 games? That's what that and we
Right.
saw what I mean, they were for them to make it as far as they did. I mean, they were using people that like, hey, you kid, you want to be a guard? Come on, you're you. I mean,
Yeah. Cool.
they were deep. Yeah, they were deep into the. I mean, they had a lot of injuries, a lot of
hmm
injuries.
a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And
So it'll be
yep.
interesting to see if they'll be able to maintain that style and that way of football. I love it. I mean, I really do. I mean, I love him. Uh,
hmm
he has that old. He has like an old school flair about him.
Yes. It's like he has uh that old school rally the team flair about him, but he also has a new school mentality where he understands the youth. It's like he can get the youth to buy into the old way of coaching.
Right.
It's like
Right.
he connects with them, but he gets them to buy in. And we'll get a chance to see them in the preseason because Thursday night at 7 o'clock, August 31st, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. on the Peacock, you'll be able to see the Hall of Fame game. And the uh it's going to be the Detroit Lions against the San Diego Chargers. Or the LA Chargers now. They're not in San Diego anymore.
Yeah. So capitalize now. This is
7 o'clock.
return
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
I said
Turn a
7:30,
little.
7 o'clock.
Yeah. Turn a little bit. This is a little bit different. You
Mm-hmm.
hear what Lou said on Peacock. I think in the next 2 years we're going to be watching football on 6 different stations. Oh, that's Monday night. You're
Everything.
going to have to watch it on Prime. Oh, it's Thursday night. You're going to have to watch it on Columbia or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like,
Yeah, YouTube
is that
TV. You know.
YouTube? Yeah,
So
it's like, and you're going to have all these subscriptions just to watch the
mhm.
NFL. They've been predicting this for a while because everybody's selling. like selling this part of it, that part of it.
Right.
Hopefully it doesn't come back and um, bite them in the butt. I mean, because you're making people buy
Yeah.
more and more streams just to
Yeah.
watch your
We're
product.
we're we're paying more and more for your product, but your product has made a lot more money as well.
Correct. Correct.
Because
There's
the
no
NFL has made a lot of money off these deals, off these deals, and
everybody
then it's only
wants
getting,
everybody
yeah.
wants the
Everybody
rights.
want a piece of it. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely,
The
absolutely.
so it'll be like I said, it'll be. I think we're in for a heck of a season. What we got
Yes,
going on in NBA? Anything good?
NBA,
We got a lot of G
in
League.
NBA news. Yeah, we got the G League. Donovan, Billy Donovan has got a multi-year extension with the Bulls. Uh, you have with Phoenix. They've let go of an employee who is suing the team for discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. Gene
Okay.
Taylor, who served as the Suns' director of safety, security, and risk management, and who joined the team in January of 2023, was fired on last Friday. While the organization doesn't typically comment on internal matters, uh, they opted to publicize the termination, uh, saying Mr. Taylor was terminated from his position as a security manager because an independent outside investigation concluded that he violated company policies with respect to confidential information about security operations, and he was intentionally untruthful in the with the investigator. So it seems
Okay.
like they've got some inner turmoil, not too much in not too much basketball news that was internal. Uh Kaminga is still holding out with the Warriors. He said he's in no rush to get a new deal. Kaminga
Right.
wants playing time. He wants playing time.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, Steve Kerr doesn't see the fit, I guess, with him being in there full time. Uh
Well, it's
and
similar to they're talking about by will Chris Paul's career be extended by playing for the Clippers because the Clippers do a lot
Mhm.
of time management. And my thing is
Yeah,
is I mean he's got what 19 years in
I think so. 19 years, I think so.
19
He's right
18
there with
years.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean how much more extended career could he possibly ask for? I mean I don't know.
right. And
Uh,
you're going back to the team, you're going back to the Clippers where you played the majority of your career. So I don't see I don't see why he needs to go any further. He's like pretty much a floor general anyway, coach
yeah.
on the floor. And but he did good. He did well with the Spurs, but you know, how much can you contribute, at this part of your career?
Yeah.
Not
I
to write him
mean
off
like I
or
said,
anything, but
no.
still,
You got younger guys coming in faster. I mean, they don't know the game
mhm,
like you know it, but I mean, at some point,
right,
even like with LeBron, I mean, how many more years does he really have? He's been very
right,
blessed with. I shouldn't say blessed with injuries, but he's had injuries where he's able to come back. I mean,
yeah,
if he tears a calf muscle, you're talking 2 years out because that's basically what you're talking about. I mean, does he really come? You know what I mean? I mean, as you get older, I mean, your bounce back time is shortened. Injuries become more of a factor. Um,
yeah,
I mean, I know he's in great shape. I know he trains really hard. There's no doubt about all that. No, um, but as you get older, it just isn't the same. Um,
hmm,
and I'm sure he wants to win one more. I mean, who
yeah,
wouldn't want to win one more? Um,
absolutely. That was even right. They was even trying to put some news out there, Tony, because Rich Paul. I guess Rich Paul and LeBron were they was in the same place with Jokic agent.
Okay.
Yeah, they was in a they was at a function, I think, and I think there's a picture on the internet or something where it's Carter, James, and Luka Doncic's agent. And of course, you know how we do. We take what we see in the media and we run with it. Is he recruiting? Sure. You know, is Jokic agent trying to recruit LeBron to Denver to win another championship? That's the narrative now. But we'll just let that play out. Everything is news. We gotta find news right now, kind of in the dead area of sports. So any little thing is a big thing.
Well, LeBron in Denver Denver already plays tough defense. We know LeBron doesn't, but with his basketball knowledge and his shooting capability, it would definitely give them another look. You know what I mean? It would definitely be a plus. I mean, he doesn't fit into their stringent defense. You know what I mean? He's definitely not, but he definitely would add to their firepower. There's no doubt about that. And
firepower and floor knowledge, that'll take some of the pressure off of Jokic because you got LeBron there. Anytime LeBron's on the court, that's the number one threat. So that'll take load off of Jokic having to be the point center. He still distributes the ball and things of that nature, but I'm just seeing how with LeBron on their team, how it's going to even free up Jokic to do more things.
Right.
So it would be interesting to see. It would be interesting to see, but I don't think no one has $52 million to give up right now.
That's the other problem. That's the other problem.
He comes at a cost.
Yes, it definitely comes at a cost. All right, guys, our time is up. Another great show. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, all our sponsors. I want to thank Big Lou for being here Tuesday nights on KM Radio. Remember, reach out to us on Facebook Sportsbook. Reach out to us at KM Radio Facebook. DM us. We'll get back with you. Someone will get back with you. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, the Sportsbook on KM Radio, where we go ham.
Damn.
Boom.